In the vast reaches of the colossal Andromeda galaxy, where the effervescent darkness told tales of a myriad of unique species, each with their own cultural heritage, ways of being, and special abilities. Andromeda stood as a cosmic tapestry, vastly different from the Milky Way. It was a place of wonder, but also terror, where the laws of physics did not adhere to the same principles humanity knew. Beyond the Gerada Nebula, in the Omega Quadrant, a chilling story unfolded. The Dracos and the Shakish, two formidable races of relentless robotic organisms born of advanced artificial intelligence, waged an immense multi-sector war spanning centuries. These metallic behemoths, devoid of homeworlds or means of reproduction, roam the cosmos in pursuit of dominance, leaving destruction and galactic brutality in their wake. The war unfolded in the uncharted regions of the Far Rim, a place unlike anything humans had ever explored. Bright, fluorescent stars illuminated resource-rich nebulae and distant planets coveted by both factions. Epic battles raged in space and on planets, tearing through Andromeda's worlds as if they were mere playthings. The ceaseless conflict scarred the once pristine corners of Andromeda. As centuries passed, the lines between the Dracos and the Shakish blurred, and no victor emerged in the deadly battle. But then, a strange starship, a bizarre fusion of organic and mechanical components, appeared on the outskirts of the battleground, drifting through the chaos of war. A signal emanated from the mysterious vessel, inviting delegates from both factions to negotiate a truce.
"We come in peace,"
the message echoed.
"Delegates from both the Dracos and the Shakish are invited aboard our ship to negotiate a truce to this needless war in our main conference room."
Representatives from both sides cautiously accepted the invitation, finding themselves in a transporter room on the alien vessel. The beings that greeted them were called the Etherians, a unique combination of flesh and circuitry. Their mission was to bring harmony, and they had been monitoring the war for centuries. The Etherians, with their blend of organic technology and empathic abilities, guided negotiations toward a resolution. The warm-feeling conference room became a crucible for debate. Grievances were aired, and compromises were reached. A declaration of peace emerged, and the Dracos and Shakish, now united, left behind their hostilities. However, the newfound peace was short-lived. Unbeknownst to both factions, the Etherians harbored a dark secret. As they departed, a dark, spirit-like species known as the Heracua, native to the planet Etheria, moved from the Etherian craft and teleported to the Dracos starship. Was this a purposeful attack or an unknown travesty? We just don't know at this stage. The Heracua began to spread their toxicity and terror among the Dracos crew almost immediately, and were like death personified. Silently, the dark creatures massacred the Dracos crew members from the shadows, using their cloaking phase-shifting technology to remain hidden. Panic and fear spread among the remaining crew members. Whispers of an unseen enemy circulated, and the once bustling spacecraft echoed with desperate screams. The dark entities eventually reached the heart of the Dracos ship, the hub of what made it tick, the main computer core, and with one fell swoop, they attached cloaked tri-cobalt explosive devices with sinister precision. The Heracua then vanished from the ship, reappearing aboard the unsuspecting Shakish vessel. Triggering the explosives, a catastrophic blast tore a hole in the Dracos' shields and ripped through their outer hull. The Dracos unaware of the true culprits, believed the ceasefire had been violated, and the embers of war reignited with an incendiary-like fire. Freyek, a seasoned Dracos commander, found himself in the heart of the conflict. The once peaceful relations crumbled as the warships clashed. Invisible assailants moved seamlessly between both ships, infiltrating command centers with ruthless efficiency. Crew members were slaughtered, their deaths leaving no trace. Both sides, blinded by rage and grief, accused the other of treachery. As the battles unfolded, the dark creatures revealed their true nature. Materializing in grotesque forms, their purpose became clear: anarchy and annihilation. The Heracua floated through space, their malevolent gaze fixed on the remaining Dracos and Shakish robotic battlecruisers. The war became a mere backdrop to the horror they wrought. In a twisted crescendo, the dark abominations converged, creating a vortex of quantum energy that swallowed both fleets in a giant wormhole. The war, initiated by their clandestine actions, was a means to an end, their insatiable hunger for chaos. As the last remnants of the fleets were devoured, the galaxy fell into a death-like silence. The Heracua, having fed on despair and destruction, dispersed into the cosmic abyss. Once vibrant civilizations lay in ruins, and the galaxy mourned the horrors inflicted by unseen hands. The true architects of the calamity remained hidden, drifting into the cosmic shadows, awaiting the next opportune moment to unleash their viciousness once more. Andromeda, once a tapestry of wonders, now bore the scars of a cosmic nightmare. The aftermath of the war left a void, not just in the physical remnants of shattered ships and planets, but in the very essence of the galaxy. The echoes of anguish reverberated through the galactic expanse, a haunting reminder of the tragedy that unfolded. Amidst the desolation, the Etherian ship drifted silently through the galactic currents. The once hopeful emissaries of peace had inadvertently unleashed a force beyond their comprehension. The Heracua, now free to roam the remnants of Andromeda, reveled in the chaos they had sown. The darkness that clung to the Dracos and Shakish ships was no longer a mere absence of light. It was a manifestation of an insidious force. The Heracua, with their malevolent intent, roamed the wreckage like phantoms, their eerie presence felt but unseen. As they fed on the lingering fear and despair, their power grew, and the void seemed to ripple with their insatiable hunger. In the farthest reaches of Andromeda, a lone explorer named Dreyar, in a small solo ship from a distant civilization, detected the disturbances. Drawn by the anomalies, the explorer cautiously approached the scarred battlegrounds. The once vibrant stars now flickered dimly, casting a subtle glow on the remnants of the war-torn planets. As the explorer delved deeper into the system graveyard, his sensors picked up faint traces of the Heracua's energy. Unbeknownst to the interstellar traveler, the entities observed his approaching ship, and they had a hunger for a new form of life force. The cosmic void pulsed with anticipation as the explorer ventured into the heart of the danger. Dreyar, guided by curiosity and a sense of duty, penetrated the veil of darkness that clung to the shattered remnants of the Shakish's ship. Unseen eyes watched, and a spectral whisper echoed through the void as the Heracua prepared to unleash their horrors upon the unsuspecting hero. As the explorer made his way onto the Shakish's ship, he traversed the dark corridors of the vessel, and it was clear there was an oppressive atmosphere which weighed heavily. The once proud warship now stood as a haunted monument to the galactic murder. Alarms that had long fallen silent flickered to life, casting erratic shadows that danced on the explorer's visor. In the control room, where strategies were once devised and orders given, the air hung thick with the residue of despair. The explorer's every step echoed through the empty chambers, a stark reminder of the lives lost and the lingering darkness that clung to the wreckage. Unseen by Dreyar, the Harakua gathered, their spectral forms coalescing in the shadows. The dark whispers grew louder, filling the void with a cacophony of voices that spoke in alien tongues. The explorer, oblivious to the impending horror, continued his solemn journey through the remains of a once mighty vessel, part of an immense fleet. As he approached the Shakish's ship's main computer core, the darkness seemed to converge, coiling like a serpent ready to strike. The Harakua, now visible in their grotesque forms, floated silently behind the unsuspecting visitor, their evil gaze fixed on the explorer's every move. In a sudden burst of violence, the Harakua unleashed a wave of terrifying energy upon Dreyar. Nightmarish pains filled the interstellar travelers' minds, a twisted tapestry of horrors that transcended the boundaries of known medical norms. The explorer's senses were overwhelmed, and a guttural scream echoed through the desolate corridors. The cosmic void trembled as the Harakua reveled in the fear they had unleashed. Dreyar, paralyzed by the onslaught of terror, became a vessel for the Harakua's insatiable appetite. The dark entities, now corporeal, fed on his life force, their horrendous forms pulsating with newfound energy. As the last echoes of Dreyar's screams faded into the cosmic silence, the Harakua dispersed their malevolent laughter, lingering in the void. The once empty control room now bore witness to the aftermath of the terrifying events, and what was left of the interstellar traveler scattered like stardust. The Harakua, having claimed a new victim, turned their attention to the Etherian ship a few sectors away. The galactic graveyard became a stage for their grotesque dance, and the entities reveled in the chaos they had wrought. The explorer's ship, now adrift and lifeless, became a haunting reminder of the price paid for venturing into the aftermath of cosmic war. The dark tendrils of the Harakua snaked through the wreckage, their spectral forms weaving through the silent corridors like shadows in the night. The Etherian ship, once a beacon of hope, now stood as a tomb for the unsuspecting crew that had inadvertently set the Harakua free. Within the eerie confines of the alien vessel, the Harakua gathered once more, their twisted forms pulsating with the stolen life force of the explorer. In the main conference room, where peace had been declared and negotiations had taken place, the vile entities prepared to unleash their horrors upon the unsuspecting Etherians. The room, bathed in an otherworldly light, became a battleground between the Etherians and the Harakua. The once harmonious blend of flesh and circuitry now faced the grotesque amalgamation of nightmare and reality. The alien forces then clashed, and the very fabric of the room seemed to warp and distort with animosity and fear. The Etherians, with their empathic abilities, attempted to understand the putrid feelings that confronted them. The Harakua, fueled by centuries of imprisonment and now intoxicated by the taste of death, lashed out with a ferocity that transcended the boundaries of the metaphysical. Spectres of terror danced through the room, their forms shifting between the material and the ethereal. The Etherians tried to comprehend the true nature of their foe. The very essence of the room vibrated with the cosmic clash, and the walls seemed to bleed with shadows. As the battle unfolded, the Etherians' once benevolent intentions became tainted by the encroaching darkness. The deadly influence of the Harakua seeped into the core of their being, twisting their once harmonious existence into a grotesque reflection of the horrors they sought to quell. The interplanetary battleground, now a maelstrom of conflicting energies, bore witness to the cosmic struggle between light and darkness. The very fabric of reality seemed to unravel as the Harakua, driven by a hunger for chaos, sought to consume the essence of the Etherians. In a final desperate act, the Etherian leader, now corrupted by the malevolence that surrounded him, initiated a self-destruct sequence within the ship.
Self-destruct sequence activated.
The ear-shattering explosion that followed engulfed the Etherians, the Harakua, and the nearby space in a cataclysmic wave of destruction. The cosmic graveyard, once a silent testament to the horrors of war, now bore witness to the aftermath of a cataclysm. The remains of the Etherian ship and the Harakua floated through the void, scattered like ashes in the galactic wind. The once vibrant stars, now dimmed by the cosmic turmoil, cast an eerie glow on the remnants of the celestial battlefield. The echoes of the fighting reverberated through the expanse, a haunting melody that resonated with the very fabric of Andromeda. Amidst the wreckage, the Harakua, though diminished, lingered like spectral echoes. The entities, having tasted the chaos they craved, drifted into the shadows, waiting for the next opportune moment to unleash their insidious hunger once more. The cosmic tapestry of Andromeda, now forever altered by the tragedy that unfolded, bore the scars of a war that transcended the boundaries of the known universe. What remained of the once proud civilizations floated through the void, a somber reminder of the fleeting nature of cosmic existence. As the space winds carried the echoes of the clash through the vast reaches of Andromeda, a new chapter unfolded in the universe's saga. The scars of war, now etched into the very fabric of the galaxy, whispered a cautionary tale to those who would dare venture into the unknown. Andromeda, once a bastion of wonders, now stood as an alien graveyard, a testament to the cyclical nature of cosmic forces. The remnants of the Dracos, the Shakish, the Etherians, and the interstellar traveler served as relics, their stories echoing through the celestial expanse like a deep-held requiem. As the tapestry of Andromeda continued to unfold, the dystopian evil lingered, a dance of light and darkness that maneuvered the boundaries of the space-time continuum. And so, in the vast reaches of the Andromeda galaxy, where the effervescent darkness told scary stories, became a theatre where the eternal struggle between chaos and harmony played out in the silent expanse of the universe. Thanks everyone for checking in for yet another Chronicles of Ghoul sci-fi horror story. I really appreciate you joining me for this one, and if you want to see more stories like this, remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for all channel notifications. Remember, if you have some amazing sci-fi short stories you'd like to be read out by me on the channel, send them to my email, which you can find in this video's description, including how you wish to be credited, and I'll get around to reading them soon. Thanks again, and I'll catch you soon.